Carlos Ponce in Mexico City, and we're getting ready to start another great conversation on Dojo Live today on Thursday. It's a great sunny day today, and we're ready to have a conversation with our guest. Our guest is Zam Jia. I hope I got that correctly, Zam. And he is the CTO of WikiPro. And Sam, welcome to the show. And of course, as ever, welcome Mariel, my fellow teammate in our Chihuahua office. So thank
Thank
you
you.
both. Sam, welcome to the show, and it's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. So, Sam, I understand we're going to be talking about something really interesting today about communication platforms. But for now, first, please introduce yourself to our audience. We'll start with that.
Okay. Yes. Again, thank you very much. And my name is Sam Shah, and I'm the CTO of WikiPro, and I live in this beautiful, great day. Always sunshine, Southern California. And I'm. I mean, I always live in a dream. Like this is my American dream. I came to United States in 1999, and I have been working for like startups all my career. And WikiPro, this is like my latest one. And before that, and I have the opportunity to work with actually with a few startups like Sam's Ride, like Gigbox, and also I was like the principal engineer, like a director engineer in Logo.com, where I work with Twilio, and Twilio, and he's the VP of sales. And I love to to turn ideas into product and into a company and make money. And that's what I enjoy for.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sam, for elaborating on your background. Now, tell us a little bit about WikiPro. What is WikiPro?
Yeah, WikiPro is a SaaS software or the service company, and we have a all-in-one business to customer communication platform. So this, the company comes out with the idea of my CEO, Michael. And then Michael, like 3.5 years ago, he approached me. He wanted me to build a system for him because he owns like a few accounting office. He found out the number one problem for him actually is communication because it's very hard for him to get on hold of his customers. You send the email, no reply. You call them, no response, and then say, "Oh, there got to be better way." And this is what we build with WikiPro, and we have been using WikiPro from when our system is ready, and we have been using it for a couple of years, and now we have some customers, and we really just solve a big gap where business owner and their customers how they can more effectively communicate with each other. And it really has been a fantastic journey, and so far I think that we got a great product, and now we just need to market it and sell it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sam, for elaborating on WikiPro. So, Mariel, what's today's topic? What can you tell the audience about that, please?
Sure, Carlos. Today our topic is going to be about like business to consumer communication platforms. More specifically, how can small business owners communicate faster and more effectively with customers through technology? So pretty much what WikiPro does. So first of all, Sam, can you please explain to us why you chose this topic?
Yeah, because this is what WikiPro does, right? So WikiPro, we have a tagline called all-in-one business to customer communication. So we are, like people, we ask why, what do you do, why you are different, why you are better, right? So we have a few aspects, and the number one is that our platform, we use the texting as the number one communication channel. And why texting? Because everyone got a mobile phone, they are always on, and then you can use texting to communicate pretty much everything. And it's much better than email. It's much better than like make a phone call. And basically you can think of everything the business they could communicate through text message. You get a much higher response rate. And second is that we try to build everything together in one platform. So basically meaning that you can use a text message to get more customers for business. Like for example, you can get more reviews. And then how you do that is that you send a text message, okay, and then people will click a link and give you a review. And this is very important for small business owner because nowadays online reviews is your word of mouth reputation. And second of all, you could also like once you've done a service, you want to get paid. You can also like for us, we can use text messages to send in uh, a payment link, and then you can get paid instantly, and it's very convenient. And also like I said, we have other tools such as like you can do e-signature. A lot of business owners they want to have a document signed, and then you can share your files, and then customer and business communication, everything's in real time. And instead of you using on like a dozen tools to achieve whatever you want to do for your business, you can just use WikiPro. So that's why we call it all in one.
That's pretty cool. So pretty much you centralize the whole process with the customer in one place. It got my attention that you said that texting is like the number one channel that you're aiming to use. Can you tell us what would be the difference? Like, let's say that I have a company. What would be the difference for me if I use WikiPro instead of maybe Slack or I don't know, WhatsApp, even WhatsApp or Skype? What would be the value added that I get by using WikiPro?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah. So actually, Slack, is used in, the intended usage is for all the employees within a company and or organization. So they don't build something that you can reach externally. And the man that actually recently, just like a couple of days ago, Slack, they announced that there's going to introduce a new product called Snack Connect, which is, however, that one is still, it's not as, let's say for us, you know, we don't need to install any app, and everything is, is everybody got a phone, right? You don't, not everybody have Snack, okay? So yeah, our platform is intent to usage is for, you can think of like a Snack for external customer communication. Actually, in fact, our like for business owner when they log in, the user interface is very similar to Slack. It's just for the customer, lately they don't need know nothing. They just have a phone and then they can communicate and everything just immediately with their business owner, and also business owner is vice versa, right? So with regard to WhatsApp again is just like for person-to-person communication, and it's not for like a company to uh, customer communication. A company typically they have like hundreds or thousands of customers. It's very hard for you just to use a WhatsApp or let's say or like maybe Skype or to locate your customer and communicate because it's like a huge mess. It doesn't address this issue where you have to deal with like a hundreds or thousands of customers.
So
Sam, I have I'm sorry, Mariel.
sorry, I
Uh,
have no question related to that. Continuing on
okay, no,
that.
go ahead, and then
Okay.
I'll jump in. So go ahead, please.
Okay. Um, so pretty much me as a customer, I don't really need to install any app on my phone. Like maybe the business is getting in touch with me through text messages, like the regular text messages. I don't need to worry about any app, any updates, any nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, what's more, we have to do one more thing. Is this is a business, right? So typically, you have like a line number which you exist for maybe 10 years, 20 years. So what we can do, WikiPro, we can make your text landline text phone number. You can send and receive text. So meaning actually, what's interesting, we find out actually there are people use a mobile phone. They will try to text to a number. let's say it's a landline number, right? You know, before that, before they enable WikiPro, actually those texts goes to nowhere because there's no service to receive the message. But now, since they use WikiPro, and then they can just send a receive text message with their landline number, and which is they get more customers, and then the customers are so happy they ask a question, send a text, and then people like a business owner they respond with the same landline number, which is is a huge plus.
Yep, it actually is.
Yeah.
Sam, I got a question for you, and this is regarding the your the problems that you're solving or the value proposition that you have. And I would like to ask you about any changes in trends as far as adoption is concerned, specifically during the day and age that we're all going through. And I'm talking about the COVID age, because I know that the online business world has been kind of shifting in a very dramatic way. So what sort of changes have you seen, or what sort of trends, or have you been able to notice over the last 2-3 months in regards to adoption? Has it been affected, or has increased, or talk to us about that, please.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So this is just a catch us by accident, right? So actually, we did this like a 3.5 years ago. We know that the communication, these are problems to we want to solve it, and actually, this is like a COVID-19 put everybody off guard.
Hmm.
Actually, it's a good thing for us. Actually, I know COVID-19 is bad. I don't like it, but it actually because now everybody like you work at your home, right? You don't want to meet your coworker or customers or employees. Everybody just
Hmm.
solo in their own basement, for example.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
but still life goes on. You gotta make money, you gotta make your customer happy, right? So let's say, for example, for a small business owner, okay, now let's say if I'm a plumber, and now I people ask me to to do their plumbing job, and then it would be nice that okay, I can just use you know my phone number, my landline number to book an order as a
Hmm.
book a service. And then it would be nice that if for me to, let's say, just use my landline number to send a text after I done the service, and then they will click a link to enter the credit card. So you don't have basically you don't have to have a human touch. Basically, you let the WikiPro did the work for you, and
Hmm.
then you can get a customer response to customer requests faster, and then you get your paid. And also you could say after the service, and then you could send a link, hey, would you recommend me in Google or Facebook? And then
Hmm.
most people they will do, because when they are at it, and then they're going to do it, and it take less than 30 seconds, and then so basically, this feedback loop or online reviews make the business stand out further in Google or Facebook. When people, the next customer search you in the Facebook or Google, they will find you because you get more reviews, more 5-star reviews. So everything else is because you can think that we kind of like closing the loop of customer service, and how to make the business more, even more customers, and how to make more revenue with our
Hmm.
software too, and without people seeing each other. Actually, just everything is done with this cloud, or with everything is is online.
Hmm. Okay. Now you mentioned uh, so this is like on your in your tagline you mentioned, how can small business owners communicate faster? So when you say small business owners, are what you're saying is that that's your niche market, and you're really, this platform should not like be used for larger organizations, or it's not convenient, or maybe for solo professionals. What's the sort of range of size in company in for which your platform is ideal?
No, this is just our market focus. We just we think that like a small business owner is the majority of majority business in the U.S.
Hmm.
And and I think they got a problem, and they are more agile to adopt. But that doesn't mean that okay, for bigger company they cannot use our software, But
Mm-hmm.
then, if a bigger company, you have like a different problem. Basically, your sales cycle is much higher, and then
Right.
you make it. I don't know, maybe take a long time for them to make a decision because also they are slower to move. And
Mm-hmm.
let's say even time's right, and I think that there will be bigger company notice, and then we could like even offering them, say, doing a white label service for them. We make our software available to bigger company, but then
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's like there are many big companies, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
right now it's just our marketing focus. We just want to focus on the small to medium enterprise because there's a lot of them to chase for.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. Back to you, Mariel, please.
Thank you. Sam, I went through some of WikiPro webpage,
Hmm.
checking out the product, and it took my attention that there's a difference between clients. Like you have app clients and non-app clients. Can you explain
Hmm.
to us how does that work? Like, what's the
Oh, okay,
difference?
yeah. So, the app clients is that, we have a WikiPro app, mobile app. That mobile app, is intended to use for like a business owner, where when they're on the go, they can just use our app to communicate with customers, send them text message and doing all kinds of things. But then the mobile app is also can be used for customers. And then the mobile app only makes sense. Let's say if you are a customer, you will need a frequent communication with the business, and which they are in some case, which is the case. For example, let's say in our the accountant, right? Accountant, the, sometimes they have like a business owner, they use accountant, and they need frequent communication. So in that regard, the text message, is not as you know, intuitive or the mobile app. Our mobile app actually works like a WhatsApp, exactly like a WhatsApp. But instead of, you can use the mobile app, you know, uh, you can do a lot more things than just text message. Text message, you can get communications through, you can do, signature, but then, for the mobile app, we have some built-in module for content, for example, they can do like a payroll bookkeeping. So this is really depending on the use case whether your customer need frequent communication with you or not. But in most cases you don't need to install app. But that's like it's up to the up to the business and the kind of communication frequency.
Okay, so it's more of an option for the customer. If they don't want the app, they don't really need it, they can stick to text
Yeah.
messaging. Or maybe
Yes.
if you
Yes. That's
have
correct.
a regular customer, a customer who you communicate like all the time, they can download the app and they probably get more functions or maybe more direct functions having the app.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's exactly. And then there's one more thing here that let's say if you have a lot of communication, text message costs money, and but for the app, you can talk all day long. Well, it doesn't cost the same. Yeah. So that's what we offer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's optional. It's totally optional, but in certain cases it makes sense.
Sam, I got a question. Let's say that I am maybe a solo professional, like a freelancer, or maybe I'm starting my own thing or my own small business. It could be an online type of business, that type of scenario. Uh, what I would like to ask you is, in such a fast-paced digital world, how do
Mhm.
you go? How do you go about? How do you go about maintaining a competitive edge related to your platform that is going to drive me as a small business owner to adopt you?
Yeah. Okay. So what we try to do is that we offer our platform. We also listen to our customers. Actually, the customer means a business. We are B2B play, right?
Hmm.
So we try to address like essentially like a two problems. One for small business, let's say solo owner, how you get more customer. That's number one. You try to address.
Hmm.
Number two is how you make money, right? So how now you got a customer and how you make it convert. So what we do is that all our system is designed in how to solve these two aspects. Because let's say a business owner, when you try to address your customer, typically you need to, sometimes you have nothing, then you have
Hmm.
everything just on paper, right? But then with WikiPro, let's say our loop is that we make the get a customer easier, meaning that okay, people literally could send you a text message to your landline, and then we create a record for you. You got a new
Hmm.
customer. And then they just say hi, okay, to your business landline. Okay, somebody's interested in me. Then you can do your sales, and then after everything is done, you say, okay, now you got to pay me. And then they click a link, and then you got to get paid, right? So you make money. And
Hmm.
then, how you get more customer, also you send a review link, and then they review it. You can better stand out in Google and Facebook or in Yelp. And then you're going to get even more customer because people, you're going to rank higher in those like a search engine. And then, you're going to get more business. And, it's like we build like some other tools for this professionals. For example, we do like a task management, and okay, there's an important task, I can get it done. And then we have like a miniature CRM, meaning that you know what's going on with all your customer, what's going on, everything is timestamped.
Hmm.
And so basically pretty much, we try to put everything together. And further, just we don't want to do everything, right? So we have API open, so basically you can link to other software. But for whatever we do, is that we're focusing whether you need like a communication between customer, a business and customer. So that's what we are at. And I think that our system is pretty unique, and you can have, say, there are many systems here and there. There's no system like us, and and we are solving a real problem, and we are addressing a big market.
Okay. Thank you so much. I got one more question for you, and then I'll pass it on to Mariel to wrap up her own questions. I would like to ask you, Sam, what would you say, in your opinion, in your industry, what would you say is the biggest uh, challenge that you have related to improving maybe the customer experience and its impact on adoption? What is the biggest challenge?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is actually I was think right. The biggest challenge is marketing. You get people to know about you, right? So people say, okay, oh, there's something like this. I never thought of it, right? I never heard of it, right? So basically, you need to have a marketing aspect. So basically, to net like a business owner to say there's another way, there's a better way to address the customer, service, to acquire customer, to get paid, to get reviews, and so because people they just get used to, oh, if I have a problem, I call customer. If a customer doesn't respond, I call again, and then they need to hire people to do that, right? And they're
Hmm.
actually wasting a lot of time and a lot of money. And so basically, I think a given time, when people realize what we have, and they're gonna love it, and then once they use it, and then the real thing is that people will do word of mouth. They say, "Oh, I got this WikiPro." They will tell their friend, their business owner. They say, "Oh," they talk around. I think that's where this will take off. And then
Hmm.
so far, we have been for the people use our software, they're amazed what we have, and they don't realize that you got something there. So basically, they can help like small business owner because we charge a very very affordable price,
Hmm.
and you don't have to pay a lot of money. It's month by month, and we don't have long-term contract.
Hmm. Okay, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, is there anything else?
I have one final question
Okay.
for Sam.
Uh-huh.
Just to wrap up, I think we're about to be on time.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Sam, can you give us maybe some final wisdom thoughts about what you have learned through working with WikiPro? Like, uh, we all know that customer communication is important, but
Right.
why do you think that it is that important that we even need an app for this? Like maybe just use the phone. Like many people will think that like, okay, I can just use the phone. But what have you learned throughout your experience with WikiPro, with keeping in touch with the customers, with making it uh, a more easy process?
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, I think that's a great question. So number one, what we learned along the journey in the beginning when we developed WikiPro, okay, we saw that everybody needed an app, WikiPro app, and then we talk to customer, like they say, oh, can we don't install an app? I say, okay, you gotta have an app because app is like a cool, right? Fun. And actually, that's number one lesson we learned. Then we say, okay, you don't need an app in certain cases. Okay, let's say you're a plumber, you do one time, you're not gonna, you know, your home is not gonna be always like have leak, right? So basically, you have one or twice of plumber. So basically, then oh, we figured it out. Okay, so then we got not to use app. So basically, initially we saw that Mike told me, so you got to be an app, and that's what we did. We built an app, and then we when we go out and sell it, the people say, oh, you don't need an app. Okay, so that's why right now we have this dual mode, and I would think in certain cases app still makes sense, but in certain cases app doesn't make sense. That means but essentially that's one lesson I learned. But during this exercise, we do realize people appreciate what we build, and they say, oh wow, really I can get a signature signed, I don't have mailed out, I don't wait for it, and so like okay, and let's say if you ask something, somebody just reply back right away using their business line number. This is really is like it's just eye-opening, is a game changer. And business owner, this because they know their phone number, and there are a lot of customers know it, and then now everybody definitely is trending. People do not like phone call. It's very disruptive. And then with the text message, it just makes sense because people are busy multitasking. You send a text message, then they're gonna respond very quickly. And so basically, definitely this is going to be the same where you how business get on hold of the customer or customer get on hold of the business owner. And it's going to save everybody a lot of money and a lot of time. And basically, with WikiPro, I think we're in a better world.
Yep, definitely. Giving the customer an easy option, an easy app to use, and even better, an optional app to use. It's pretty cool, and it's a good feature.
Yeah.
I think we're about to,
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
close.
we're absolutely. Yeah, we're coming up on time,
Okay.
Sam. So
Sounds good.
yeah, I was going to ask you about some final words of wisdom, but
Okay.
I think you did a very good, fine job at answering Maria's question as well, which was related to the final words of wisdom. But just closing, Sam, one more
Hmm.
thing. What
Hmm.
what would you like to leave our audience with? Could be anything about the topic, about your company. What would you like our audience to remember you by?
So if you're watching, so please, just visit our website, wikipro.us, and then it take you 30 seconds to sign up, and you can try it for 2 weeks, and you'll like it. And and then we even have like a referral program. If you refer to your friends, and we write out a check to you, and you can help us out. We help you out. So really, just there is something there like WikiPro. It can help you grow your business and help you make money, and then just give it a try.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sam. We really appreciate your having been with us today. One more thing before we all go, is a quick announcement about next week, about the on Dojo Live. Next week, we're going to have a very, very active week with interviews, great interviews. So on Tuesday, we're going to be, I'm sorry, Tuesday, we're going to be speaking with Kenny Reuters, the CEO of Kajabi.com, which is also it's an online business building platform. Okay, and then on Wednesday we're going to have let's see, we are going to be speaking with Alex Asher, the CEO of LearnCube, which is an online learning platform based in the UK. And finally, on Thursday, we are going to be speaking with, Jonathan Troughton, the one of the principals at Frame Play, which is a platform that specifically targets the video game advertising industry. So that's what we're going to be having next week right here on Dojo Live. Again, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We got a full week, Mariel and Sam. So please, I
Thank you.
we encourage our viewers to be here with us again next week, 1 p.m. Pacific. And of course, thank you, Mariel. Thank you, Sam. Sam, please don't go. We're going to go off the air. Stick around for a minute so we can wrap up, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and see you next week.
Have
Okay.
a nice day. Thank you. Thank you.